Three, two, one. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Locker Room Media. Obviously, you guys can tell today is not a normal podcast, as we're not doing a podcast. We're going to come out with our first episode of our mock draft, and I got my boy Gavin over here. We're going to be going back simultaneously. Have you decided if you want the odds and evens in this?
I'll take evens because I think everyone knows it's gonna go one. But like, I'll mix it up a little bit, but going 2 and 3, we can flip every two.
Flip every two? Okay, so do you want me to go for like 1 and 2, and then you'll go 3 and 4, and then I have 4 and 5?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so obviously that's what we're going to be doing. Also got to plug all the Instagram and all that social media stuff. So if you are coming from there, thank you so much for tuning into the YouTube video. But if you are just checking out the YouTube video, go make sure you guys subscribe and like and do whatever you guys need to do for more instant and breaking news, because obviously we can't make a video every single day. We got lives too. So other than that, I think we should get started with the mock draft, huh?
Yeah. You can have the number 1 overall pick, which I think everyone knows what it's gonna be. But
yeah,
take what you want.
It's pretty easy. I think we all know the Jaguars are going with the best player probably to come out of this draft, Trevor Lawrence. Pick 2 is the Jets. So honestly, I could see this going 3 different ways. I can see them picking up a wide receiver to keep Sam Darnold there. I can see them picking up a quarterback, and I can also see them picking up Kyle Pitts here too, which would be a long shot, but it's definitely possible.
I don't know about Kyle Pitts there. That's pretty high for a tight end, I do say.
But he is a beast of an athlete. You don't even you look at the style of the offense that they ran in Florida. It was like the same thing that they ran with Aaron Hernandez, and Aaron Hernandez obviously went up to the league with Gronk. It was just that double tight end duo. He doesn't act like a tight end. And yeah. Kyle Pitts can play wide receiver any day of the week if the team needed him to. But personally, I think Zach Wilson is too high on the Jets board to pass on him here.
All right.
So you got pick 3 with the Miami Dolphins.
Dolphins. They just drafted a quarterback last year in Tua. They could trade this pick potentially to Houston, trying to get Deshaun Watson there, but that ain't gonna happen in my book. I think they take Jalen Waddle, wide receiver, Alabama here.
Jalen Waddle going to the Miami Dolphins.
A lot of people have Devontae Smith ahead of Jalen Waddle, but no, everyone forgets before Jalen Waddle got injured, he was an absolute monster. Projected to go top 5, even if he sat out last year. Same with Penei Sewell. I think that's how you say it. Not really sure. That tackle out of Northwestern's now on some people's board supposed to go higher than him. I thought he was the best player in the draft, but he's an offensive lineman, and who cares about offensive line?
Yeah.
Unless you're an offensive lineman yourself. So,
I mean, yeah, I can agree with you on Jalen Waddle. Definitely one of the best players going into this draft. But the only concern is that injury that he had last year playing for Alabama. All right, so you got pick 4 here with the Atlanta Falcons.
Well, Matt Ryan is about the same age as my grandmother at this point. So I think I'm gonna take Justin Fields, quarterback out of Ohio State for the Falcons.
Okay. And now, so with that, do you think the Falcons are gonna have any trouble with the cap space that they're in with Matt Ryan? Do you think they move on to him, trade him to see if they can get any other assets, or how do you think that's?
Yeah, I would honestly trade him, try to get as many picks as you can in this draft, even if it's like a day 2 pick or a very early day 3 pick, just to get rid of that cap room. Maybe sign a couple of old linemen for Justin Fields to get his feet in the door, or they might keep Matt Ryan for a year or 2 to let Justin Fields get used to the NFL and buy something like that.
All right. Yeah, no, I can definitely see that, because if you put Justin Fields in that situation, don't get me wrong, the offensive line is not the best, but with having Hayden Hurst, Julio Jones, and Calvin Ridley, that'd be dangerous. You see what he did with Chris Olave back in Ohio State. It's just the connection that if a quarterback and a receiver can have is just absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I have pick 5 here with the Cincinnati Bengals, and obviously you can go with 2 different directions here, as they need offensive linemen. As I don't know if you've seen last year, Joe Burrow got killed, and I feel so bad for the young man. But he got murdered on live television on any given Sunday
by his own former teammate out of Ohio State, Chase Young.
Oh, for sure. And obviously it's a tragedy that he tore his ACL and all. Wait, didn't he tear his MCL too at the same time?
Yeah, he tore everything. I don't know. He was just like the kid with the potato as a heart. You know that meme? Yeah, that's practically what he was.
Okay, well, prayers up to him that he can get back to full potential. I think everybody in the league wants to see Joe Burrow succeed in Cincinnati. But honestly, I think they're going to skip out on the offensive lineman position because I think they're going to address that in free agency. You've seen Mitchell Schwartz, Eric Fisher, and then who's the Pro Bowl lineman out of the Chargers? I think he did get
Trey
cut.
Turner.
Yep, he got cut today. So
Yeah.
there's obviously a bunch of offensive linemen in the free agency. And Jesus, what's his name from San Francisco? The left tackle.
Trent Williams.
Yep, there you go. I think that the Bengals are going to obviously pursue a lot of tackle help and a lot of offensive guard help. So honestly, I see them going wide receiver Jamar Chase out of LSU. All right.
Like the pick. QB and wide receivers to begin the top 5 picks.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's
definitely. I do not think I'll see that on draft night, but it looks good on paper.
Yeah, and anything is a possibility. But on to the next pick. The Philadelphia Eagles are here, and all I gotta say about this team is they need everything. Okay, but I'm first gonna start off by saying they're not picking a quarterback here. If they're picking a player, it either needs to be wide receiver. You cannot move on Jalen Hurts just because you brought him into a situation for what he played top 6 games. If you bring him into a situation like that, no wide receiver, no coaching help, nothing. A quarterback is just not going to thrive. It's not like you're throwing Tom Brady into a situation like that. So I think that
even if Tom Brady, not to cut you off or anything, but even if Tom Brady was that young, he wouldn't have been able to do that. He was a 6th-round pick out of Michigan in 1999. He literally had the dad bod of the century. He was not making that. He was not making that swift comeback if he didn't sit behind Drew Bledsoe for a few years.
Oh no, for sure not. So like I said, I think the Eagles can go either 2 places here, helping out the offensive line for Jalen Hurts again, or going for a wide receiver. Kyle Pitts is on the board still. And like I said, I speak so highly of him because I think he's going to be an absolute beast in the NFL. But the thing is, even though they're getting rid of Zach Ertz, they still have Dallas Goedert to back him up. And I don't know if you know much about him, but that guy's a beast. He's pretty young too. So with this pick, I honestly think that the Eagles are either going to go with Devontae Smith or who was the other guy? The wide receiver, Rashad Bateman out of Minnesota. I feel like he's.
Oh, that's very high for Rashad Bateman.
But I'm not going to pick him. I'm going to go with Devontae Smith, the Heisman winner out of Alabama.
I like it. All right. So I got the Lions now. The Lions suck. It's literally the hometown team, and they've never won anything, like anything. And they just traded Matthew Stafford. I myself have a lot of faith in Goff. He is 25 years old, might be on a huge contract here. But I think if he plays to his potential, I did, what was it, 2-3 years ago now with the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Where he put up 3 points in the Super Bowl. Go Jared Goff. Thanks, Aaron Donald, for like practically saving that Super Bowl from it being a 40-point blowout. But I think I in my opinion, they stick with Jared Goff and they take Penei Sewell out tackle at Oregon here.
I can for sure see that too. Or them going.
I would love this pick too. If this actually happened in real life, I would absolutely love it.
Oh, of course I would too. And I agree with you on Goff. Like he's a proven winner. He's 3-3 in the postseason. And for a young quarterback at the age of 25 going 3-3 in the postseason, I don't know what to tell you, but that's a proven winner to me. Maybe 500, but that's a winner.
Yeah.
All right.
So next for the Panthers, they need, like, again, same as the Lions, everything. And I don't think they take a tight end. I just don't see the need for it in that offense by Matt Rule. He took 7 straight defensive players last year. They probably don't take a tight end to begin his offensive drafting. So I think they take Trey Lance, quarterback out of North Dakota State.
All right. And speaking on, as a Lions fan behalf, Dan Campbell, our new head coach, did attend the pro day today for Trey Lance. And I'm not trying to make this about the Lions. I'm trying to make it about Trey Lance. To be honest, in his pro day, he showed off his arm strength. And he's got a cannon of an arm. And if you're telling me he can partner up with DJ Moore, if they can bring back Curtis Samuel, they got Robbie Anderson, and then Christian McCaffrey out of the backfield, and then adding Trey Lance's speed and arm ability, that team's an instant contender if Trey Lance can perform. Especially with that defense with young Jeremy Chin, man, he is an absolute beast on the defensive side of the ball. I can definitely see the Panthers doing something this year. All right, so we're going to go with pick 9 here. The Broncos are a very difficult situation to think about right here because obviously they need a quarterback, but Mac Jones really isn't getting the hype, and the top 4 quarterbacks have been picked from the top 8 already. I definitely can see them picking Mac Jones, but if they're going to trade back. There's no point in picking 9 Mac Jones here. Because if you look at draft boards and you look at people speaking high on him, he's not expected to go till the 2nd round. And to be honest, if you want to wait a bit longer, you can pick up Kyle Trask in the 2nd or 3rd round. I don't think anybody's going to pull the trigger on him. But something that they are going to need is offensive linemen. That offensive line was ferocious for Melvin Gordon and Philip Lindsay last year. So with this pick at pick 9, I think they're going to go with Sean Slater out of Northwestern. All right.
Very strong kid.
Yeah. Didn't you see his sophomore video of him?
Yeah, him squatting.
1,000 pounds, not 1,000 pounds.
It was 500 or something. And then he hit his strength and conditioning coach and shook him 5 feet backwards. But
I personally, if Swell is not there at pick 7, I would not mind the Lions picking.
Swell. Yeah, I wouldn't either.
He's an
absolute. I think the Lions could get a little bit more, maybe trade back with the Giants or something.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Get a little bit more out of that pick. Get maybe a 2nd rounder in return also.
All right. So the Cowboys. I don't know if you guys seen last year or watched any of the Cowboys games, but the best way I can tell you what they need is imagine the Texans team, but all of the Texans team just being the secondary. Okay, there was not a single good player on that secondary last year. They lost Byron Jones to free agency the season before and he went to Miami. But I didn't know it was going to be that big of a downfall. So obviously here I have them picking a corner, but I know it's going to be a shock because a lot of people have Caleb Farley out of Virginia Tech going at this pick, but I don't. I see them picking up Patrick Surtain the 2nd.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Don't get me wrong. I really, really like Caleb Farley, and I think he's going to do an absolute great time in the NFL. And I feel like he's going to be an absolute beast coming off the cornerback position. But I just think Patrick Surtain is going to be better. And it fits more here.
All right. So I got the 11th pick now with the Giants. They need wide receiver help, and they need some linebacking edge rusher type guys. I look at this board here that you got Micah Parsons still on it. You got Jeremy Ashwa-Komamoa still on it out of Notre Dame. That just sounds like a Notre Dame name. I don't know who he is. Gregory Rousseau, he's pretty good. I don't even know if I'm saying it right, out of Miami though. But I think they take. This is not a Michigan bias, but I think they take Kwity Paye out of Michigan.
All right, I was gonna say because if you're going for a wide receiver, something I wanted to cut you off there for when you started talking about wide receiver. 2 teams I want to talk about: the Giants and the football team. They're both very, very big favors in Kenny Golladay, obviously Lions receiver. I don't know if you guys can see right back over there. Got my man. I got that signed a while ago. Met him a couple years back. Great guy. But I was gonna say if you were gonna take a wide receiver, I was gonna ask you about that, but obviously didn't. You took Kwity Paye out of Michigan.
12 here. 49ers. Quick and simple. They don't have an offensive line. Losing Trent Williams to free agency, like you already reiterated earlier in this draft. But I don't see any big time offensive line guys on the board. I understand Christian Darsar is still there, but I think they take Micah Parsons, the linebacker out of Penn State, just because he is that good of a player. He was top 5 in the preseason to get drafted here. I thought he was probably going to go to the Lions, who were probably going to end up with the worst record in the league, in my opinion. Didn't think they were going to end up that bad, but 3 or 4, I thought he was going to get taken by the Lions there. But he sat out at Penn State this season, so which kind of hurt his draft stock a little bit. But I think he goes 12 to the 49ers.
All right, I can see that. And obviously his off-field troubles are definitely going to be up for talks there. I can for sure see him dropping a couple more picks as well.
A little bit like Larry Tunsil a few years back.
Yeah, no, for sure. I can see him dropping very, very just dropping. But
he can almost fall all the way to about the Lions to the football team down here.
I wouldn't go that. I would go that far. Honestly, I could see him dropping to the Colts. But obviously, he was picked up at 12 with the Niners, so we're going to respect that. So the next pickup, you got the where are they in, like Los Angeles, Las Vegas, whatever. I can't even keep track with all those California teams. We're going with the Chargers next.
Yeah.
So obviously there's a couple needs on the team. Secondary would be great. Another edge rusher would be amazing, but obviously you really don't want to take that pick when you do have Joey Bosa. You don't want to take that pick at 13. Something I thought about before doing this mock draft is Hunter Henry out? Because I've heard things that he's a free agent.
That's what I heard too. I thought he was also a free agent, but I'm honestly not 100% sure about that.
So hold on. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta look this up. If it takes like 3 seconds, it's not gonna do anything to the video, but hold on. It's taking a second to load.
Yep, he is a free agent. That's cool.
Okay, so you got it. He is a free agent.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of landing spots he can land in, yada yada. Everyone can make an article about it. Everyone can get grades. Yeah.
Okay, well, moral of the story, I don't think Hunter Henry's coming back. Don't get me wrong, Justin Herbert's a good quarterback, and I think he has to keep that in mind. But again, I just think so highly of Kyle Pitts. I cannot see him dropping past 15. So right here at pick 13, I will be picking up Kyle Pitts out of Florida. 14, we got the Minnesota Vikings now. And again, we're going to talk the same thing that I could say about the Cowboys. The secondary was garbage. But you want to know what was even worse? The pass rush. With this pick, I'm going to go Gregory. How do you say his last name?
Sorrow. I don't know. He's out of Miami. He's a defensive end.
Well, basically, whatever his name is, Gregory Rosario.
Gregory R.
Yeah, Gregory R. That's what we're going with at pick 14.
I have the Patriots now at pick 15. I think this is too much of a stretch for Mac Jones. I've seen a lot of mock drafts with Mac Jones here. I think they can trade up in the second round even and get him in the second round or the second round potentially. But their defense wasn't the greatest last year. I kind of forgot if Stephon Gilmore got hurt or whatnot. But he's a great corner. They don't really have anything else. Caleb Farley is still on the board here, so I think they go with Caleb Farley.
Caleb Farley. All right. I can for sure see that, especially because I've heard trades that Stephon Gilmore might be out of town.
Yeah. 16. I honestly don't know a lot of problems with the Cardinals now since they literally have J.J. Watt, DeAndre Hopkins, and they can make whatever trades they want. I had a cornerback going here, but J.C. Horn is okay. He's not that great. I got to go look at the original mock draft I have here on the defensive side. Cornerbacks. I don't. Man. No, I'm gonna pull a head out of the bag here. Pat Pete's getting old. I think they take Trevon Moehrt, safety out of TCU. That's a stretch by a long shot, but I think he's a good player. I kind of forgot he was still on the board.
So
you're gonna have to go into the section there, yeah.
So the thing about Trevon is, again, I love him. If the Lions trade back and pick him, he's an absolute beast. He's hitting hard. He's fast to the ball. And he's just that ball hawk type of guy that's going to be there on defense for you. 100% agree with this pickup. Pat Pete is probably out of town in Arizona. So it's my pick, right?
Yep. All you.
All right. So pick 17, the Raiders are in a tough spot here. In the middle of the first round, which they need a lot of needs, and there's not a lot of their needs at this pick. Like I said, there's a lot of teams in this first round that need a lot of help at secondary. And I'm pretty sure every single team before pick 20 needs some help in the secondary. I can honestly see this going 3 different ways. Kimura, I think that's how you say his last name out of Notre Dame, J.C. Horn, and Christian Barmore. I can see any 3 of these guys going at this pick, but to be honest, I think they're going to go with corner here just to help out that secondary, because I'm telling you right now, I cannot name you one corner that plays for the Raiders.
I can't really name you one corner in the NFL, but that's besides the point.
I can name a lot, but I really cannot tell you someone who plays on the Raiders that has that eliteness. As a lot of
I can name defensive back that played for the Raiders, Charles Woodson. That counts.
I mean, yeah,
Used
sure.
to. He used to, like 10 years ago. Like,
all right. Well, we're going on pick 18 right now, and here is the Miami Dolphins. They have a lot of cap room. They got a lot of money, and they got a lot of picks. So I would be taking Najee Harris here, but with the expectation of what is supposed to be happening in free agency. Obviously, you guys seen Packers did not franchise tag Aaron Jones, so that probably means that he's on his way out. And to be honest, I think Miami Dolphins are going to be picking him up as their new future franchise running back. So that puts Najee Harris off the board for me. They have some good deep threats, and what is it, Devontae Parker? Who's the other really, really speedy guy that they played?
what's this? I know exactly what you're talking about too.
Can't put his name there, but I know he's just like extremely fast. He's got a lot of speed on him, and he gets the ball. Tight end here, you really can't pick anything. Running back, like I said, Travis Etienne and Najee Harris are off the board. Offensive line is not off the board though. Neither is wide receiver or edge rusher. But the thing is I don't know if you guys saw, if you guys would be following our Instagram at @lockerroom_media. No, at @lockerroom_media_. Right?
Yeah. No, lockerroom_media. There you go.
There you go. Guys,
we got it. No worries.
This at 11:30 at night. I'm half asleep. But if you guys were following that, you would see that we reported that Kyle Van Noy has been cut from the Miami Dolphins. So I think they're going to go with Kamara out of Notre Dame here.
All right. I really do like that pick. Washington now, they can't. They literally have Taylor Heineke, who was like a backup in the XFL, now is their starter.
Heineke is goated.
He played one game and caught a bag. Like, props to him for doing that. But there's no way they can stick with Heineke as their actual quarterback in like real day. You know what I'm saying?
I understand you. I think he's pretty good, but you know,
with that being said, what are the QBs still on the board? Pull up the QBs for me real quick, because I'm not in love with Mac Jones. I don't really know who else is on the board and who we have to take.
Bills is still on the board. Kellen Mond out of Texas A&M, but I think that's
just... okay. That proves my point. Mac Jones, quarterback Alabama.
Mac Jones.
I'm not taking Davis Mills here in this pick.
I mean, obviously you can go with Ian Book. I think he's very, very underrated out of Notre Dame, and Jamie Newman's all right. Kyle Trask, I don't know how he's ranked at 117th, but
yeah. And then 20. I don't think the Bears end up selecting this pick. I think they end up trading for Russell Wilson, and they use this pick to trade. So if you want to use the proposed trade button here.
I don't think this is going to go through.
It has to go through?
You know what? Since we aren't doing anything else, we're just going to give the Seattle Seahawks the trade here.
That's fine.
The pick here. So we're going to go here. And then the NFC, we're going to go to this is not going to be the trade that's going to happen, obviously. But this is just to give Seattle the trade here at pick 20. This trade is obviously accepted because it was a 7th round pick. That's obviously not going to happen. To be honest, I think if you are trading for Russell Wilson, I heard this in a podcast earlier. The Bears are going to give up a deal that the Seahawks cannot decline. You know,
like Mitch Trubisky will be included, guaranteed, no hands down in that bundle if they do make it.
Yeah, now I can see 3 or 4 first-round picks being sent to, or Khalil Mack and 2 first-round picks. I can see a lot of things going out of
Khalil Mack and 2 firsts. Oh my god!
All right, so what you're picking here at 20 for the
20. They need help, as you saw last year. Russell Wilson. Very good player. DK Metcalf. Very good player. Offensive lineman. I couldn't name one. Christian Darsar. O-tackle out of Virginia Tech.
All right. So, yep, we got to resume draft here. There we go. We're figuring this out as the day goes on. We got the Colts selected here at number pick 21. I got these. The Colts defense is obviously absolutely insane. They played their hearts out last year, but the only thing I have to be worried about is Xavier Rhodes. He's out of town. He came back to the Colts after leaving the Vikings on a one-year deal and kind of had a bounce back season, if you will. And I think that was great for him. And obviously his price and value is going to skyrocket. So for this pick, I know it might just be a little bit of a reach, but if a 2, I think that's how you say his first name in a series.
God bless it, dude. I was literally gonna take that with the Jets. I didn't think you were gonna touch him.
Well, I mean, the Colts are obviously going to want to stack up that secondary as Xavier Rhodes.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with the pick 100%, but I thought he was gonna fall to the Jets there.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. But right now, he's going to the Colts. Now the Titans. Obviously, you have 2 players right here, Christian Barmore and we're just going to name his last name Vera Tucker, offensive tackle out of USC. But there's also another guy, Rashard Bateman out of Minnesota. I could definitely see.
Oh my God, you're literally stealing all my picks for the Jets here, dude.
I can see them taking him here for one reason and one reason only, and that is Corey Davis leaves. He is a free agent this offseason, and they're obviously going to need more wide receivers and more talent at that in the backfield for Ryan Tannehill to throw to. But I do not see them going with Rashad Bateman here. I think they're going to go with the defensive lineman, Christian Barmore.
All right. Well, by my emotions, and as you can see on the camera here with the last selection, Christian Barmore, 23, the Jets, they're going to take Rashad Bateman, the wide receiver out of Minnesota. And 24, I think Juju leaves in free agency. So let's click that offense and let's click the wide receiver button. Let's draw the names out of the hat.
Terrence Tony is still here. Rondell Moore, St. Brown still here.
Terrence Marshall Jr., LC.
That's who you're going?
It's a reach, but I think he goes there.
All right.
They need wide receiver help bad.
I can see them going with that, but I also can see them going with Najee Harris here. If James Conner leaves, I think he goes to the Jets this offseason. But I also could see Chris Carson being signed by the Steelers as well.
All right, next pick's yours, Jaguars. All you.
Pick 25, Jaguars. They got a new young quarterback coming in with Trevor Lawrence, and they're obviously going to need some offensive line help as it's not looking to shape up. But I don't see them going low line here. James Robinson is an absolute beast coming out of the backfield, but something I feel like they're going to do is they're going to get an edge rusher. Don't get me wrong, they have Miles Jack. Miles Jack's there, and then Josh Allen, right? Yeah. So I think they're going to go with an edge rusher here. And this might be a bit of a reach, but Jason Oweya out of Penn State, I feel like this guy is going to be an absolute beast in the NFL. Now, pick 26, you got the Cleveland Browns. I've heard rumors that Odell will be shopped out of town, and if that, I think they're going to be expecting to get a first-round pick. But they're also going to need a lot of linebacker help here, as Christian Kirksey is just left to sign with the Houston Texans. Which means I'm going linebacker here at this position. And what I think the best linebacker to come out of this draft, he's sitting there at number 34 ranked out of Tulsa. We're going with Zaven Collins.
That is factual statement right there.
I honestly feel like he's going to be the best linebacker coming out of this draft. And also somebody in the later rounds, as you can see right here, Dylan Moses out of Alabama. I think he's going to be a beast too. But like I said, Zaven Collins, best linebacker coming out of this draft.
I agree. 27 Ravens. Let's click offense and click guards because they do not have good guards. They have a great tackle in Ronnie Stanley, and they need a center help too. Maybe go center too. Maybe
center. Okay. Hold on.
All right, go. Yeah. Actually, no. Stay there.
Okay.
Landon Dickerson.
Landon Dickerson out of
the good old Landon Dickerson,
Alabama.
He was probably going to be a first rounder before I think he tore his ACL would be my guess when he limped off the field against I think it was SEC championship game right before the playoff, and then he came in for a snap in the playoff when they absolutely demolished
Ohio
Who
State.
they? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Who they demolish
I
again, Lucas?
100% agree with you on that. Okay,
Who they
okay,
demolish
we
again?
got killed. We got killed. I was honestly thinking you were going to take Wyatt Davis. I think he's going to be a beast in the NFL. Obviously, not as good as other offensive guards, but he's still going to be there. Your pick 28 for the New Orleans Saints.
I don't want to do this early. They desperately need a quarterback, but there's no way they can take a quarterback. Like, look at, are they going to take Davis Mills? No,
They
no,
do
they
have
aren't
Jameis
going
Winston too. They do have Jameis Winston. They can re-sign him to another contract. And
They
if you need
they
to
got
blow over quarterback
everybody.
for the next couple of years, I
They
think
got everybody in that something I'm not going to say. But go to all, please.
all right.
I think. See, the Saints is a
Jameis go
weird
down,
team
but-
because they need a quarterback, but the best quarterback on the board will go in the third round, and that's almost like their only position to need.
Well, I mean, we can go to team needs here too. It looks to be the Saints need wide receiver, tight end, cornerback, defensive tackle, and safety.
I understand that, but like, I guess they could take Jalen Mayfield out of Michigan, who sat out last year because he's a goofball. But and that like
Yeah,
completely
Jalen,
ruined his
you're
draft stock.
100% sure you're going for him.
Yeah, mine's well at this point because they don't really have many team needs. It's kind of hard to pick for these later round teams later in the first round because they're already good as it is. Well, unless your name's the Jacksonville Jaguars, but they don't need many team needs. You know what I'm saying? And if they do need that team need, guaranteed that guy's off the board already because there's 24 NFL teams in front of them that have worse records, have worse players. This is how that works.
All right. So pick 29 is a tough spot here. Obviously, I'm going quarterback. No, I'm joking. There's some help here needs to be done. AJ Dillon, I think, is going to be the answer in Green Bay. I don't think they'll be moving on from him anytime soon. And I also don't think that they're going to be smart about this pick either. It's pick 29. I can honestly see the Packers trading back here. Obviously, they need a wide receiver. And that's 100% true. But it's the Packers organization. They're not taking Kadarius Toney. So something a long shot here that I've been thinking about is the Packers will be trading this pick to, I think it's going to be most likely a team that's in need of a running back or an offensive tackle. And somebody who's in need of both of those positions is a team I like to call the Los Angeles Rams. They need help on the offensive lineman spot just because of Andrew Whitworth. He's going to be going pretty darn soon. So
He's
obviously
old.
Obviously this trade's not going to happen. Like I said,
For the sake of time.
we're going to be doing this because I don't feel like getting a denied trade 24/7. So I feel like the Rams are going to be trading up here, and they're going to be picking offensive tackle Ajaya Vera-Tucker out of USC.
Isn't it? All right.
Now,
Okay.
pick 30. Here's my final pick of the draft. Bills. I like the Bills a lot just because of Josh Allen, and obviously my family kind of grew up as a Bills fan too. They need one position and one position only on this team. And he's sitting right at number 1 on the board. Imagine this duo in the backfield. Josh Allen, what is he, 6'5", and he runs like Tevin Coleman? Not Tevin Coleman, David Montgomery. Sorry, I don't even know why I think of Tevin Coleman. And then you have Devin Singletary. Don't get me wrong, he's good. But imagine having Najee Harris at the running back position in Buffalo. At that point, I don't see a team stopping him.
I only see one team stopping them, and they ain't even in the same conference there. So that's besides the point. That's the Bucs. But I got pick 31, Kansas City Chiefs. They decided to let go their 2 best offensive linemen because when Patrick Mahomes ran for 491 yards in the Super Bowl, he could have ran for 500. So take away his tackles.
Yeah.
So they take Samuel Cosme out of I think it says Texas there. Yeah, he's an offensive tackle, but yeah, they take him.
All right, I can for sure see that.
And then 32, Bucks. They could always use another wide receiver. They take Kadarius Toney.
Whoa.
Florida.
That is something I've never heard of. I haven't seen that in a mock draft yet. Kadarius Toney going to Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay, so we're going to see the full results. Is obviously Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson. I think you guys, if you need to, you can pause the video and see whatever you need to see. This is our first round of the mock draft. We're probably going to record second, third, fourth, fifth.
We're going to be like Mel Kiper over here at Locker Room Video.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we might be getting another first round mock draft too. Maybe. I don't know, probably some other opinions too. Might have Luke on the show, might have Josh on the show, Brendan. Probably not Brendan.
Yeah, I was just about to say, yeah, let's not do that for football.
But yeah, no, thank you guys so much for tuning into this first round of the mock draft. It was great fun. Other than that, gonna plug the social medias again. You're coming here from Instagram, TikTok, or Twitter. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can get more content like this. And obviously you can be watching our podcast too. Another thing, if you are coming from just this video and you don't know about our Instagram and anything like that, we have a video up right now. And in that description, it just says, I think it's our social medias or something like that. Other than that, you can go see Locker Room _media on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Please go watch that. It's more instant news. TikTok is kind of just about some random stuff that we kind of just throw together. Instagram is where all the breaking news is. A couple times I will have to give us credit. We posted before ESPN and a couple other places on Instagram.
We did.
I'm just saying.
Especially with the Eric Fish release. I personally would like to take credit for posting that before Adam Schefter even. So I'll take it. I'll take my credit where it's due. I'll take it.
All right. But yeah, no, like I said, thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Thank you for everything and all the support too. Share, like, comment, whatever you need to do. And please get this video out to other people and videos like this as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and have a great day.